probably a quick reaction on what you've heard about those positive conservation partnerships and also the role of IUCN in this kind of approach. I would like also to add a quick question. We mentioned COP28, which was taking place in Dubai, in your region, and I know also you're a high-level climate champion. So how can, IUCN push even further to bridge this gap between climate and finance? And last but not least, I hope you will convince His Excellency to join at COP28.
We need you there. We need you there. But first, President Ali Bongo, I hope the participants here will allow me to speak on their behalf. It is such a great honor to be in your presence, to be in your country, and under your such an enlightened leadership. Equally, President Macron, thank you for your vision, for co-organizing this timely summit in one of the great nature jewels of Africa. Distinguished heads of states, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you. I carry the greetings and gratitude to all of you from His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the President of the United Arab Emirates, and as you know, the host of COP28. Like many of us here, if not all of us, we recognize the irreplaceable value of forests for nature, for people, for economy, for our common humanity, but also as a prime solution to address climate change. But also, as everyone in this room knows, there is no Paris Agreement without protecting, without restoring, and without sustaining and managing nature. And as my sister Hindu said, we cannot conserve nature without indigenous peoples. We cannot achieve the goals of Paris without youth and also without finance. If I may, a few learnings over the past few days. 4 key learnings that I take home with me. Number 1, the incredible enthusiasm and acknowledgement on the convergence of the biodiversity agendas and the climate action agenda. Point number 2, there was an acute understanding that the needs and the legitimate concerns of nature-rich developing countries need not only to be heard, but their needs need to be at the core of the solutions that we collectively choose to adopt. We also discussed that the mechanisms for finance, the mechanisms to finance nature protection that we've been engaging on over the past few days are in fact not new at all. They've been there around for years, but perhaps what is new is this renewed sense of urgency and the need to be much more integrated in our approach to ensure that all segments of society benefit. There was also a recognition that we need to find concrete, at-scale examples that demonstrate that valuing nature is feasible and is real. And Mr. President, as your Minister Lee White said so eloquently yesterday, give me concrete examples. And I believe, like my colleague here, that positive conservation partnerships offer a concrete example because they are a means to accelerate progress to meet both Paris and the Kunming-Montreal targets. Distinguished guests, this is the decade in which we must reverse biodiversity loss, slash emissions, address resilience, advance equity, and we must do this simultaneously. To do this, we need capital and we need access. Trillions of dollars need to be unlocked, but we must remember that it's not just about the quantity of finance, but it's really about the quality of finance, making sure that finance and its intent reaches the right places and reaches the right people. You asked about COP28. As the high-level champion for COP28 and as president of the IUCN, I am committed to accelerate the adoption of pragmatic solutions to address both biodiversity loss and climate change. At COP28, we are putting nature and inclusivity at the heart of our agenda. I assure you, Minister, COP28 will be a COP of action, and it will be a COP where the Global South would be front and center. As such, bold initiatives, such as the Positive Conservation Partnership, are exactly the type of initiatives the UAE would like to showcase, promote, as concrete examples that we so desperately need. I look forward to working with all of you in our journey to COP28. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Razan. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you're convinced, Your Excellencies, so we can start a quick interactive session.